I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for the conspiracy theory iceberg. So I found this dude by the name of Wendigo. And he actually went down and explained and researched all of the creepy conspiracy theories on the iceberg. So I figured he can guide us through the conspiracy theories and we'll see what it's all about. I'm very excited. Gamers, this is gonna be nuts. Let's do it. Let's freaking go. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I wanna see some freaking microchips, okay? I wanna see some 5G shiz happening, okay? I want to see the Illuminati and I want to see some New World Order crap. I want to see if I can get through the whole conspiracy theory iceberg without getting banned on Twitch for misinformation or any of that. Giants, bro, giants are on this? Dude, this is going to be the great. Lizard men, dude, this is gonna be sick.
Excited. So there's been this image floating around for a while called the Iceberg Conspiracy List. And for those of you that don't know, it is a picture of an iceberg, and on it there are several separate tiers that gauge conspiracy theories from how known they are to how unknown they are.
I mean, that's just what icebergs are.
Now, so you can look at it. As you can see, it is huge. There are several variations.
Oh,
frick! I think
frick!
this one is the best. Not
Damn, son!
It is the most well structured, with different tiers and specifics for what each tier means.
Bro, there's more conspiracy theories than FNAF theories. God damn! This man's just edgy Walmart MatPat.
But it also is the most comprehensive. As I tried to find research for this, I'm telling you there was none. Like, no one had done a full breakdown of it. There's a couple people who did one or two.
Bruh.
And after researching it, people were saying that everyone who did full reviews of it was having their videos taken down. So, we'll see what happens.
Oh my god, I am gonna get so deleted. Oh lord, Mr. Wendigoon-san, please.
I decided, who better to do it than me? Technically a lot of people. That doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is, because this thing is huge, every one of these phrases can lead you down an entire rabbit hole of research and investigation. Some of them are well-known stuff like UFOs or Bigfoot, but as you get into some of these later ones, it gets creepy. Like, you drag over some pretty scary ones like human flesh markets or children trapped in floors and things such as, but once you get really far into it, like tier 9, tier 10 stuff, it gets like God's ego death, or
what
the universe was created as a test, and things like that that have like these whole networks and stories behind them.
Oh my
god!
god!
I'll go ahead and say right now, none of what I'm talking about means I believe it per se. I'm simply conveying what the conspiracy is because I think it's cool, and some of these are awesome. Some of the ones we'll get into in later videos are absolutely crazy, like the City of Broken Candles or the Valley of Headless Men and things such as.
The City of Broken Candles and the Valley of Headless Men? Oh my god, I love conspiracy theories. They're so fun. They're just so freaking cool. Oh my god, let's freaking go.
But like I said, I'm going to go through the entire chart, so we're starting with tier 1. The title and description for tier 1 is Crazy Head, and the description reads, Mainstream Conspiracies and Unsolved Mysteries. Most of this stuff is well documented and known to a good portion of the Western citizens. A lot of common theories may be grouped in broader terms, or may not even appear on the chart at all considering their meaning and popularity. First up, we have Big Pharma.
Wait till he gets to giants? Dude, there's a lot of bases for giants, okay? I know that it sounds cringe, but the reason why the giant conspiracy theory is so good is because you have things like that it doesn't make sense how they were built, like back in the old days, okay? It just doesn't make sense. But if there are giants, though, like, dude, oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm having so much fun right now. Okay, here we go. Check this out. Check this out. Okay, I know it. Here, this here do be the Western Wall, okay? See this? This be a wall, okay? These be people. This wall is 2,500 years old. Do you see the size of this stone? And it's that deep into the wall, too. And there's 30 feet below this as well. Like, you see the stone. How'd this stone get here? There was no way for them to carry this, bro. Unless they had giants. It's a very old wall. Dude, it's a 2,500-year-old wall. The pyramids, another great example. And giants are biblical too, which is just, you know, extra bonus points.
Pretty much just a huge encompassing theory that pharmaceutical companies suppress vaccines and cures that are made in order to make money off of treatment. Next, we have Atlantis. Original records of Atlantis date back to Greek times, I believe, between Sparta and Athens, of a continent located somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. And since they couldn't have got to North America, that would require there to be something in between that has since disappeared or sank. Next up,
yo, that's actually super interesting.
We have one of the first ones that I didn't know about until getting into this, and that is Nostradamus. Nostradamus was an old philosopher who came up with several of the constellations and discovering the night sky, and it is believed that several of his predictions came true later, such as World War II and the Great London Fire. However, from doing
This man predicted World War II and the Great London Fire? God damn.
My own research, this is kind of BS because, like, for example, the London Fire, he said that there would be bad things happening in London, and then a bad thing happened in London, so, yeah.
Okay, that's a weak-ass conspiracy theory, okay? Bad things will happen in 2074, and then one random guy dies, and it's like, no, Nux predicted it from so long ago. Then joke's on me, the world's like, World War III is gonna happen, there won't even be a 2074. Some idiot in my chat is gonna blow up the world just to spite me that my prediction went wrong.
Most of you are probably familiar with this, but it essentially says that there are parallel universes that cross over with each other in minor ways that we're not aware of. For example, those who remember the Bernstein Bears from their childhood know that it's actually the Bernstein Bears.
True.
And that several discrepancies like that exist. Like the Monopoly Man has no monocle, and yada yada yada. This is a cool one. It's very deep. It goes on for itself. So if you're interested, check it out.
Bro, the Mandela effect is really interesting. I love... Okay, so I don't really know how it works. Like, how you could have these mass people just remembering wrong. And blaming it on parallel universes is way too big of a jump for me, but it's still pretty pog, I guess.
Texas, Malaysia.
It's the bear... Dude, I still swear to God, I thought it was the Berenstain Bears, okay? When I saw that, like, the Charlie video talking about how Berenstain Bears, I was like, Nani?
Flight 370, which disappeared somewhere over the Indian Ocean. The conspiracy states that there is a U.S. military base there, and more than likely the plane was either hijacked and flying towards it, or flew too close to it, to which the U.S. military shot it down and covered up all evidence of it, although practically I feel that there's a lot of moving parts in that couldn't be kept secret for so long. The GMO conspiracy.
Yeah, that's the main flaw with conspiracy theories in general. It's just, how do you keep it a secret? But be open-minded, okay? Blaming the American government for more things? Bro, that literally made people's careers. So many people make money off making fun of the American government. Let's freaking go.
Orbs is rather vague. From what I figured out, it's referring to the orbs that are seen in photographs when taken in the sunlight. So, you know, dust, particles, things such as.
What's that?
The conspiracy
What's the
says
theory?
that it is a paranormal or supernatural occurrence. So, yeah. The New World Order.
Okay, that's not just stupid. That's not a theory. Oh, shit. New World Order? This is where it gets crazy. I'm surprised this is on the top layer. The first layer of the 10-layer iceberg, dude. Oh my god, dude. New World Order? This one's crazy.
Are familiar in the book of Revelations in the Bible, it details that there will be a one world government or one world order in the end times. And this will be in much more specific detail as we get later on into the iceberg. But at this tier, it's basically just referring to the idea that all governments want to come together to make one government. I know I keep like...
Dude, I love the random like proofs for that people have. It's actually crazy.
Advertising later into the iceberg, but there's good reason for it. Some of the ones down there are insane. And get into specifics of how one world government can be achieved. Things such as.
Oh my god, dude, that's what I want to see!
Nibiru is a planet, or also known as Planet X, that was predicted by a scientist in 2003 to collide with the Earth.
Nibiru? Or is it Nibiru? No way, that's what the Yu-Gi-Oh card is based of? Dude, you're not serious, right? Dude, no. Oh my god, that's what the Yu-Gi-Oh card is made. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Oh my god, dude. Dude, look! It's Nibiru! Nibiru, the primal being, it's an asteroid! Oh my god. Oh my god, I am such a well-read person. Yeah, I totally knew about that. I didn't know about that from Yu-Gi-Oh! Absolutely.
Nibiru is a planet, or also known as Planet X, that was predicted by a scientist in 2003 to collide with the Earth in 2003. So pretty well debunked. But the term is still used to apply to an idea that a meteor or any other body could hit the planet one day and kill us all. Now we get into the fun stuff.
Okay.
The Bilderberg meetings is an event that really does happen every year in which Western economists meet with European governments to discuss capitalism in the West from all the evidence I could find.
What?
Obviously, there are several theories that come from this, especially since the fact the press isn't allowed and there are no notes to be taken. So a group of world elites talking behind closed doors in high places.
Wait, that's an actual thing? That's crazy. No notes allowed to be taken? That sounds like some creepy, like, cyberpunk shit, bro.
Transhumanism is more of a philosophy than a theory, really. It applies a lot to anarchist rings, oddly enough, and it's essentially the idea that humans can be further expanded on or bettered through augmentation of computer parts and like cybernetics and things such as. BEK, or black-eyed kids, is a recurring phenomenon in the supernatural community of small children appearing with blacked-out eyes. You can follow this around.
That's creepy.
But pretty much surface level, it's just creepy kids who appear whenever tragedy happens. So people chalk it up to ghosts or extraterrestrials or what have you. Next is Antarctica, which there is a slew of Antarctic conspiracy theories. Everything.
Dude, the Antarctica conspiracy theories are the best, okay? Those are my favorites. The way Antarctica is a government base, right? Like, they're not allowed people there because of the Admiral Byrd Act, where he forbid people from exploring there. So, in Antarctica, maybe it's secretly flat Earth, and that's the end of the Earth, and the government doesn't want you to know about it. Secret secret base. Bro, Antarctica theories are pog. And penguins secretly controlling the minds of the people, you know.
Ranging from giant holes appearing in the middle of Antarctica to government bases being down there.
Yep.
That's where the world elites hide. I mean, you could spin forever on this. So moving on. Next is the basement tapes. For those of you that don't know, before the Columbine shooting, the two shooters made a series of videos detailing what they were going to do, how they were going to do it, and generally talking about how they hate people in their school and there needs to be a cleansing and things such as.
What?
These tapes still exist, although the conspiracy resides in no one knows who has them. However, randomly portions of them will appear online, leaving people to believe that they're out there, maybe exchanging
What?
names, but no one knows where they're at.
Oh my god, that's legit. Like, the Chapter Black tape from Yu Yu Hakusho is real, okay? The Chapter Black arc was just based on these school shooting idiots.
So we've got Operation Northwoods. This is a rather well-documented case, but essentially during the Cuban Missile Crisis, there was reports put out by the CIA that said to warrant a war with Cuba, they should commit acts of terrorism against U.S. citizens and then blame them on Cuba to justify a war.
Oh.
Yep. Next up is PsyOps.
Bruh, I believe that, by the way. I'm not allowed to say I believe shiz. Okay, I would not be surprised if at different points governments did horrible things to their own people and blame it on other countries, okay? I'm just saying. It's not like an impossibility.
This is also well documented, just the fact that specifically the U.S. government as well as other governments is known to employ psychological warfare from noises to conditions and supply rations and things like that. The Vela incident is an event that occurred off the coast of South Africa in 1979. What happened is a system of satellites known as the Vela satellites captured two back-to-back giant flashes for seemingly no reason.
Okay.
However, after reading into it, it was probably just an unsanctioned nuclear test because this satellite system had caught them before and they looked similar, and the whole conspiracy is just because there was no scripted test that day. So yeah, probably just nuke testing. Next we have Giants. While this one seems vague,
Let's freaking go, Giants! Let's go, Giants!
later tiers get into it more specifically, but essentially in the Old Testament of the Bible, there are several references to giants happening, and obviously today there doesn't seem to be any. However, this conspiracy, as we get into it later, applies to the deep state and cover-ups and things such as, so I don't want to spoil any of it yet, but this is a good mention that Astra Smart, so to speak. We'll get to it later. Padma McCord is an interesting one. There's a lady online by the name of Padma McCord who owns, for some reason, thousands, if not millions, of URLs, which, looking at this on the outside, you'd say, oh, it's some company.
Okay, yeah, that's not
Until
too
you go to
weird.
the URLs, and it's just pictures of her face photoshopped onto other women, for some reason. And every one of these websites has millions of backlinks to other websites, which
I don't even know
someone
who
who
that
knows tech may know more about it than I do. I have no clue why. It's just creepy. The Elisa Lam incident. Been trolled around on creepy internet videos like I have. You may not know who Elisa Lam is, but it is a story that is worth your time. She was a college student, I believe, at...
Bro, I start talking about, like, the government and stuff and, like, conspiracy theories, all of a sudden, you have a meeting now.
at the Hotel Cecile in California, who for some reason, it's seen in security camera videos, runs onto an elevator, freaking out, keeps jerking around thinking something's following her, runs to her room, and is never seen alive again until she's found 3 days later in the water tank of the hotel. There was never any evidence of a killing, no one was ever found in connection to it, and it is one of the wildest videos ever to watch, knowing that she was never followed and there was never evidence of anyone following her. It's really strange. I'll leave you to look into this one yourself, but it was one of the first videos I remember that kind of got me into this whole, I don't know, like creepy, dark web, whatever.
Bro, what? Holy crap, that's scary. Oh my god.
Terry Calico picture. This one's just sad. There was a woman named Terry Calico who's suspected to be abducted in the early 90s, and then a few months later, a picture of her bound and gagged turned up in a parking lot around the area she was kidnapped. That leaves a lot of questions of why the picture was left there and what any of it means, especially since it was just in some random convenience store parking lot. But like I said, this is just sad. The Mad Gasser of Mattoon.
Pretty sad.
I have never heard of this one before until researching it, but apparently in the 40s there was a series of gas attacks that occurred in Mattoon, Illinois.
Oh damn.
Which investigators mostly chalked up to mass hysteria and people who left their fuel lines running, but everyone who happened to, which was dozens of cases, claimed that it was an individual that ran up to them and attacked them with invisible gas. So, yeah, have fun with that one.
Yo, that's terrifying. Dude, I'm reading a novel right now, Name of the Wind, and I'm like loving it. It's one of my favorite, it might be one of my favorite fantasy books I've ever read. It's really, really good. Dude, there was a great line. It's like, if you join a village and someone tells you there's demons in the woods, are you gonna believe them or not? The guy says, no, of course I'm not gonna believe them. Okay, what if two people tells you there's demons in the woods? Are you gonna believe it? And he's like, bro, of course I'm not gonna believe it. What if a dozen people tell you there's demons in the woods? And he's like, demons aren't real. I won't believe them. And the guy says, okay, but would you go into the woods? Yo, that is such a good line. That is such a good line, dog. Holy crap. Anyway, that's scary. That's scary. A lot of people left their gas on and they all have the same story. That's creepy, bro.
COINTELPRO. Like Operation Northwoods, this one's pretty well documented and known at this point, but essentially, before the Patriot Act became a thing, it's evidence of the FBI illegally spying on U.S. citizens to gain information, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, government bad. This is referring in the spring of 1992, there was a series of 6 murders of gas station clerks on the I-70 interstate, and no one was ever caught, but some sketches were given. From everything I found, this is simply just a serial killer string that went unsolved. The Majestic 12 is a reference to a board member of 12 people put together by Harry Truman in 1947 to recover all alien spacecraft information and things such as. This relates back to Area 51, although it's a bit more specific in saying that there's a committee, so to speak, that looks over anything that happens with extraterrestrials. Also, Area 51 was also in this first tier list, but like I said, it's one of those that's so obvious there's no reason for me to talk about it. Red Squads are, again, a pretty well documented government thing, that during the whole Red Scare of the 50s and 60s, there were groups of U.S. police officers whose sole purpose was to hunt down communist sympathizers and arrest them for whatever. The Secret was really hard to find information on because it's such a vague title, but given its italics, I think it's referring to a book that essentially is a self-help book that says, thinking certain thoughts deliberately will change the course of your life. So, not sure why it's on there, but we're still in tier 1, so whatever. Acupuncture is an interesting one. This relates back to the big photo I mentioned at the beginning, and essentially says that acupuncture heals several diseases, but it is purposely put down and not given attention by mainstream media and doctors because it would put them out of business.
What? No way! I mean, I'm not, like, totally against that, but that's crazy. I know, like, a lot of alternative medicine is really scary because a lot of it is just complete hooey, but the pharmaceutical companies are so incentivized to make it sound like hooey because, they have to fill their pockets. There's so much misinformation around everywhere. Also, I don't want needles in my back, so I'm not, like, gonna try acupuncture probably, but that's pretty pog. Placebo effect can be strong. True. Most of this is just bullshit, and it's placebo that people feel.
It's an interesting rabbit hole to go down. The Max Headroom incident is something that happened in 1987 in Chicago, when 2 broadcast stations suddenly cut out and cut to a video of a man wearing a Max Headroom costume, which is a character from British television, who began talking random jargon and swearing, and then had someone spank him on camera, and then the broadcast cut out. What's interesting is that there's never been anyone named a suspect, there was never any evidence found, and it's pretty much become a whole Reddit thread trying to figure out who this person was, what happened, and name them. So it's an interesting mystery to go on, but from everything I could find, it was just 2 guys messing with the media. And then for the last one I'm going to cover in tier 1, we have the UN agenda.
Oh, baby!
This is pretty much just relates to Agenda 21.
Dude,
other conspiracies,
it's so interesting.
More in later tiers, but the idea that the UN is trying to build itself towards a new world order. So that is the end of tier 1. Like I said.
So I love that the UN agenda conspiracy theories, and they're making a new world order, and it ties into like the Antarctica conspiracy theories, and even the flat Earth theory, which I know you're gonna say, no, flat Earth theory, but like it's kind of hilarious because the flat Earth theory, which is obviously complete bullshit, right? This is the theory, okay? That this is Antarctica, this is the North Pole, and that the Earth is flat, okay? So it's not that it's flat like a risk board, it's flat like this. And that's why they stop you from going to Antarctica. Like, that's why there are government bases on Antarctica, because they don't want you to know that that's the end of the world. Now, sounds stupid, right? Obviously. Now, are you ready? It looks stupid, I know, but this is why theories are so funny. This is the UN logo. It's exactly the shape. It's exactly the same as the flat Earth map. It's exactly the same as the flat Earth map, dog. It's a cover-up. It's a cover-up. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.